An old book was found in some old ruins. All the scholars who decoded it puzzled over the mystery of the book. A world with two moons illuminating the sky. The many dazzling adventures of a young boy. But whether or not this is a true story, do you believe in the story woven in the book? Maybe it's a fantasy that only existed in a boy's heart. Let me tell you the story. This ancient book tells of a magical and magnificent fairy tale. And the hero of this wondrous tale, whose name is... Hello Internetians, my name is Josh aka Ultraplayer, welcoming you to episode 1 of Dark Cloud. I am so excited to finally be able to do this. It has been a goal to get this Let's Play started. Without further ado, let us jump into it. The name of our hero. We are going to be following every single... we're going to be following the original name of this character. So, hero of our story is named Tone. The Dark Shrine. Let's get into it. This music. You gathered quite a few of them. I had a hard time finding dancers with the right qualifications. Look at them. Their dance of blood. Mixing the blood of witches with the humans is the key of breaking the seal. However, I do have some problems. Problems? In order to procure good material, you do need adequate... I see. I'll pay you extra. That should have solved the problem. Huh? Yes, sir. Thank you. So, when will it happen? Very soon, sir. Let us enjoy the ceremony till it is time. I feel like it is hard to find 40 or so purple ladies willing to put on a bikini and dance really weird. I can see that. I feel like I'd have a hard time with that. Oh, that's right. They're surrounding it, so, like 60. Well, they're all wearing masks. I haven't seen this opening sequence in so long. God, this music. Flag, sir, do you know the legend of the Dark Genie sealed in the urn? Of course. How much money do you think I put into acquiring this urn? I've been waiting for this for years, and now its legendary power is mine. "400 years ago, the Genie of Darkness appeared in the east, and with its evil power, the world was burnt away. What do you intend to do with such frightening power in your hands?" You'll see. Here we go. So now is the time. Yes, sir, so it seems. Wow, this is the genie? The dark genie? Well, it's quite different than I imagined. The ancient dark genie. This is it? Hey, who are you guys? Welcome back, Genie of Darkness. I broke the seal and released you. Therefore, I am your master. Oh, is that right? Whatever. Fine. Grr, yes, that's right. I haven't eaten in 400 years. Darn, I have to eat something. I need food. Food! Got you! Huh? Wah! Ah! Stop it! Help! It's Bay. Hi, how are you today? Tone, it's already started. Come on, let's go. Tone. See, I told you, you should have hurried. Come on, we're late. I'm a staff member this year, so I have to go. Sorry. Oh, she left you. Tone, hurry up. It's gonna be a nightmare trying to remember all these voices. Gotta go meet Bay. Big fat Genie Man is here. Look at the insects squirm about. Start there. Oh no, the beautiful festival. There goes the house. There goes my house. And Tone's just like, oh shit. Tone! That is not going to do anything. Well, What you get for being late, Tone? Hi there. Can you hear me? Open your eyes. Wake up. Hey. I am an old man. I am the Fairy King. I am the entity that unites all of nature's spirits. Listen well, young one. Something bad has happened. Men blinded by greed have revived the Dark Genie. This Dark Genie is terribly powerful. Its power is so great that it could destroy the entire world. You saw it, your own village being destroyed right before your eyes. Not just your village. In a flash, many villages and towns were destroyed. In one night, half of your world was annihilated. It must be the men from the east that performed the resurrection ceremony, probably thinking to use its black demon power for war without realizing how frightening it is. It is darkness, pure darkness itself. Long ago, this so-called Dark Genie almost destroyed the entire world. Its malevolence is that great. The bad thing is that it has the same type of magical power as us spirits. Unfortunately, we aren't powerful enough to destroy it. Young man, I see that you have a strong will that could withstand the evil power, and also a clear, kind heart. You might be able to fight against the darkness it generates. I decided to stake our fate on you. Let me bless you with power. Have a thing on your glove. There, surprised. That's called Atlamillia. It's a stone with a magical power. Oh, don't look that way, boy. I'll explain now. It might get too bright for your eyes for a moment. Do you know where this is? This is no simple empty lot. This was your village. But do not lose heart. As long as you have that stone, you can return it to its original form. You see, just before the village was destroyed by that genie, I saved the buildings and people by sealing them in spheres called Atla. It seems those Atla were scattered all around by its tremendous magic power. They were probably blown into different places around the world. It probably thinks everything is destroyed. You must restore the world before it realizes what happened. Absorb that which I sealed in Atla, using that Atlamillia, and bring them back. Then you'll be able to restore the world to its original form. You may even be able to create an even better world than before. You don't seem to understand anything I'm saying. Oh well, I'll give you another lesson when you acquire some Atla. So long. Rude. Tone, can you hear me? You should be able to hear them. Hear them what? Voices of the wind. Voices of the trees. Voices of the animals. And the voices of Earth. They are calling for your help. Tone, you will probably meet and say goodbye to many people. In talking to the people, you may receive clues to defeating the darkness. Look for them. Now, Tone, your adventure will begin. First, go to the village chief's house. He'll show you where to go next. Naroon Village. It's time. Hope no one was paying attention to me filling up my cup. What a lot of gameplay, or what a lot of prologue. We are 15 minutes already. More than 15 minutes, actually. Alright. I've yet to have talk much about my opinions of this game. Welcome to one of my favorite game series of all time, even more than Pokemon. When I first got my PlayStation 2, many years ago, this was one of the first 3 games I got with it. And I absolutely fell in love. And I'm really hoping to share that love with someone else. So, we have to listen to the Fairy King and head to the Village Chief's house. Any controls I say will follow the standard PS2 controller controls. So, here we are, the Village Chief's house. Hello. Ah, Tone, you are alive. Seems like we're the only ones in the village that survived. We never dreamed that this would happen. One night and our village is gone. Can you believe this, Tone? I feel so helpless. I, the mayor of this village, thought you were the chief, can't do anything about it. What am I supposed to do now? I don't know, I'm 12. I guess the only thing we can do is to get help from the guardian of the ruined village, Dran. Dran will not abandon us. He'll help us for sure. I have a favor to ask, Tone. Go to the Divine Beast Cave and tell Dran what happened. Divine Beast Cave is a cave outside towards your right-hand side. You've probably seen it before. I may be imagining things, but I sense something has changed about the cave. Be careful. This is the cave key. I put the things you might need in your bag for you. Don't get carried away. If you get in trouble in there, come back here. I'll get you more supplies. Good luck. So, one thing that a lot of people criticize about Dark Cloud is the camera angles. You're not gonna be able to change the camera angle. This is the one camera angle you'll never get to see what's over here, which is sad. So, looking around the chief's house, you can open this door. And you'll get a prickly, which I'll explain later. Making sure there's nothing in here. And if you go upstairs, I believe, you will not get anything yet. Okay, you get that later. Alright. So that's all you can do in here. So I can go ahead and leave. First couple episodes are going to be pretty slow just because there is a lot of tutorial. But it's not bad. Like, oh, also it has a day-night cycle. It has day, dusk, or it's morning, no, it's dawn, day or afternoon, dusk, and night. Which will go about the cycle on its own. Alright. So here is the Divine Beast Cave. A big keyhole. Use item with square. Our inventory, we got a water, we got a bread, repair powder, an escape powder, an antidote, and a prickly. I will go over what all these do. Let us go in. So, on our dungeon screen, there's the name of the dungeon first of all. This is what it will look like. It'll give you the floor number. It'll give you these 8 spheres and 0 out of 8. Those are your Atla. That's what an Atla will look like. You'll see when we get into it. 0 out of 8, that's how many Atla you've collected out of how many is in the floor. The max you will ever get is 8. And then the last thing is how many monsters you defeated on this floor. So, let's go to B1. Let's head on down. And we have a dagger. Hello. I'm for more tutorial. It's for real now this time, Tone. From here on, you will be put to the true test. If my voices are inconsistent, I'm sorry. First, conquer this wretched Divine Beast Cave and find Dran's lair. That's your first goal. Since you're a beginner, I'll give you a lesson on how to fight in this dungeon. First, to advance to the next floor in a dungeon, acquire a gate key for the door leading to the next floor. Each dungeon has a different gate key. For the Divine Beast Cave, Dran's Crest will be the gate key. The gate key is almost always carried by a monster in the dungeon. You must defeat the monsters to acquire the gate key. Since you can't tell which one has a key, you just have to defeat them all one by one. Next, I'll tell you about how to return to the ground level, rather than advancing to the floor below. To return to ground level, mind connect with me. In other words, speak with your mind. When you do this, I will transport your body to the ground level. Just select Leave Dungeon from the main menu. But be aware, if there are monsters left on the floor, the Mind Connect won't work. It will be blocked by their evil energies. In such cases, use the item Escape Powder, which the chief gave you, to get out on your own. The Naroon Village chief has lots of it, so be sure to get it before you go. Too late. You can also Mind Connect with me when you go through the gate to the next floor of a dungeon. When you re-enter the dungeon, you can start at the next new level, so you don't have to worry about losing progress. Next, it's on to weapons. Be aware that weapons are breakable. Breath of the Wild much? The more you use a weapon, the more it wears, and finally it breaks. Broken weapons will disappear. To prevent weapons from breaking, use the item Repair Powder. It will restore their weapon hit points. WHP or WP. The longer you use a weapon by repairing it, the more magic it absorbs from monsters and thus becomes stronger. Basically, your weapons have experience. Which again, we'll go over. It's said that when a weapon reaches its full strength, it can change to a more powerful form. Keep that in mind. Oh, I cast a special spell on that dagger you have on you, so it'll never disappear. But it'll break. But all the new weapons you get during the quest will disappear once they break, so be careful. Don't waste your hard work by letting a weapon break and disappear. Finally, the important stuff. The Sphere Atla, where I protected and sealed the fragments of the world. If you see an Atla, don't hesitate to touch it. Don't hesitate to touch it. Don't hesitate to touch it. I forgot he said that. I guess really funny. You can absorb the contents of an Atla into Atlamilia by touching it. When you return to the surface, you will be able to begin reassembling these fragments of the world. Oops, today's lesson ran a little long. That's it for the lecture today. Now Tone, show me your true ability on this quest. Bye, old man. Okay. Now remember controls. Start or just pause. Won't do anything for you. Triangle. That's how you open your menu. So, going into weapon. You can change which weapon you're holding by hitting equip. Customize will let you go into this and customize your weapon. Each has these. Every weapon's going to have plates, which you can stick special equipment on, which you'll see, which I'll go over later. But some important stats that your weapon has. WHP. This is how much. This is your durability. Is how much your weapon can take without breaking. ABS. This is absorption. It's basically your weapon's experience. This is how you have experience in this game. Attack, how much weapon you do. Endurance, the more endurance you have, the less WHP you're going to lose from using your weapon. Speed is how fast you chain your attacks together, which is not too important, but I'll go over. MP, the more magic you have, the stronger the magic you the stronger the magic the weapon will be. This is the magic. There are 5 elements of magic: fire, ice, thunder, wind, holy. Ice and fire are they beat each other. Wind and thunder beat each other, and holy beats undead. Our dagger does come with a little bit of wind, which is nice. And then finally, your antis. These will all strengthening this will do extra damage to certain types of monsters: mimic, mage, metal, sky, beast, dragon, undead, marine, rock, and plant. All of these are upgradable with the attachments that you'll get here. You can repair from here, or you can go straight to your weapons and like just use it like this. Square will auto sort your item pouch, and that goes for your weapons, which will be here, and then your attachments. Weapon and attachments, you will never get more space for this, but you can get more than 50 spaces in your item pouch later on. Items do not stack, like bread. You'll get a bread here, a bread here, a bread here. They do not stack, which is a big complaint about this game. Onto you, you have an HP, you have a hit point, you have a thirst meter. If you run out of thirst, you're going to start losing health, which sucks. But it's kind of cool. That's why you have water. You can see your weapons attack from the screen. You can see your defense. Your defense and HP are upgradable later. You have an antidote, you have bread to restore health, and repair powder. And that's all you really need. I'm not really going to go over too much. Let's get into it. Left control stick to move, right control stick to change your camera. Select, no. R1 will move, R1 and L1 will move your camera to. L2 will focus. R2 will do that. So we'll circle. I'm trying to remember how to change the map. I don't think the map changes in this game. So we have our first enemy. Hold on, I'm trying to remember how to lock on. Okay, hold on. I'm good at this game. Okay, let's just kill these real quick before we die. Should probably relearn the controls. We'll leave you alone for now. Okay, so a couple new enemies there. The first one we have is a cave bat. Whenever I see new enemies, I will be going over a little bit about them. I'll be going over how much HP they have, what kind of type they are, so you know what to upgrade to beat them. Their weakness, what magic will do a lot to them, and anything that's really important about them. Bats have 12 health. They are sky. They are weak to wind, and they are able to poison you. Poison will gradually reduce your health and cannot be cured except with a curing item like a potion. Skeleton soldiers, they have 23 health. They are undead. They are weak to holy, and they have the ability, once you reduce their health to 0 and they fall to pieces, they're like a I don't know. They can come back. Like, they can reassemble and come back with a little bit of health. Not full. I think it's like half. So that's something to keep in mind. Alright. So here. This is your Atlamillia. Everyone you see, you want to get. There will be between 0 and 8 on every floor. Remember when he said, don't hesitate to touch it? Yeah. So you get a lamp. What you can get from Atlamillia, you can get a house, a person, a piece of a house, or a general, like, little thing. Like, you can get a pond, maybe. You can get pieces of a river. Everything will come in ones. Like, you only get one lamp when you pull it, except for stuff like road, trees, and river, which you'll get like 5 of at a time. But it won't say times 5. Over here, we have a treasure chest. I'm trying to remember how to lock on. Anyway. X to open the treasure chest, you hit X to attack. And immediately we get a attachment, which is great. It's actually really good. Stonebreaker. Which is cool. Over here we have another Atla. Macho's house. Alright. I do believe it's semi-randomized what you get. Like, I don't think you're going to get the same stuff on every, like, your playthrough. You might not get Macho's house and the lamp on the first floor. But before a certain floor, you'll get certain items. Because eventually, like, you'll have to progress the story in the village to advance. I swear it was circle. It is circle. Circle to lock on. And square to attack. Boom. He did not poison me, thank God. If you press and hold, you can do a charge attack, which is a jump slash for extra damage. So a couple things over here. They give it to me right away, thank God. Oh, hold on. I'm too used to Zelda where square button is the thing. Or the whatever button with a square button is. So this is a spring. This will automatically restore your thirst and your health to full, as well as cure a couple statuses. I don't think it'll cure poison though. So if you see one, it's never hurts to remember. It shows on the map in the little blue area. A question mark. This is an entrance to what's called a back floor. He is gonna the Fairy King was gonna go over back floors later, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it now. Basically, if you find a rare item in a dungeon, every dungeon is gonna have a different item to access their back floor. This one is called Tram Oil, and if you find Tram Oil, you can go to this back floor, and you'll face potentially monsters from further on in the dungeon. You'll face monsters that you're facing now. You can face all kinds of things, but they're all going to be what's called pumped up with stamina, which is basically they're on steroids. Extra attack, extra defense, etc., etc. But the treasures you find in there will be phenomenal. You can't exit. You can't get to the end of the exit or the end of the dungeon floor from there. It'll just be a bunch of rooms where you can get treasure chests and kill some monsters. Extra experience, and the treasures are great. Like, they are really worth your time. So moving on, we are going to go this way. And I believe this is going to be the exit. No, that's the exit. So you'll have to find the exit to every floor. As you can see, there's a little space for Dragon's Crest too. Wow! Oh, and there's poison. So, before we continue, I'm going to go heal. And there's no way to run. That's right. I don't know how to run. Does it cure poison? It does not cure poison. I didn't think so. So, we do have an antidote for that. You just click and drag it over to Tone, and suddenly you don't have thing anymore. Okay. Before we get into any of this, let's go kill this boy. Also, doing your jump attack will lower your durability a lot more. You have to open treasure chest from the front, which is kind of annoying. A potato cake. Potato cake and prickly are both going to be fishing bait. You can fish in this game, which is something to note. Get a fence. And here, treasure chest is larger than the rest. A big treasure chest can be a number of things. But the fact that we see one so early is really good. It's more than likely going to be a weapon. So we're going to hand click it. And it has a chance of being locked. If it's locked, you can give up. You can use a treasure chest key, which is something you can find in various treasure chests. Or you can buy later on. Or you can force the chest open by guessing the trap. It'll be one of three... it'll be one of three traps. Poison, explosion, or curse. Explosion will do a butt ton of damage. And I don't think it'll destroy the chest. It shouldn't destroy the chest. Poison, if you get it wrong, the trap hits you. Like if you guess curse and it's explosion, there's an explosion, you do a bunch of damage. If you don't guess it correct, like basically if you don't guess it correctly, whatever the trap is will activate, and then you can go back and do it again. So I'm going to guess poison because I don't want to get poisoned. Failed to release the trap was a curse. Great. So curse is fine. It kind of sucks, but it's fine. Successfully release a trap. If it's ever a locked chest, I'm pretty sure it's always going to be a weapon. So we have a new weapon, a Shamshir, which, if I remember correctly, that's really good. But unfortunately, we're cursed. Yeah, it's really good. A lot more attack, but it's very fragile. So it's good that I can't check it yet. But I'm glad that we can go over this. You see it has a new option that the dagger doesn't have. The dagger, your starting weapon will never be able to build up, but here you can. He was talking about if you give your if the magical power grows enough, it'll become a new, better weapon. And this is what he's talking about. You can click on this, and it'll show your little stats and stuff. Anything in red, if you upgrade that to the desired level, you can build up your weapon to a new, more powerful weapon and continue and continue. That's one of the great things about Dark Cloud. It has this like weapon web. Like, this weapon becomes a new weapon, and when you get that weapon, you can upgrade it even further by upgrading everything. So, that's going to be cool. So this needs attack, it needs endurance, it needs magic power, it needs ice, wind, holy, beast, metal, and mage. So we'll use this when we get the chance. For now, we're just going to continue with our piss-ass little dagger. Which we can't use because we got cursed. Good. You can see your ABS, the ABS of your current weapon at all times. It is under your WHP bar. If you can see that. Wow, this game is really dark. I'll try and fix that later. Try and fix that by next episode. I didn't realize how dark it was. It's really bright on my screen. Oh hey, we have another water fountain. That's really handy. What do we got? So, new enemy. This is a Dasher. It's a lot bulkier than anything else that we faced so far. It has 23 health. It's a beast. It has no elemental weakness, and it is very fast. As you can see, it will straight just charge you. And it'll do a decent amount of damage. Just combo attacks. And it does have the Drange cast this time. Come on, lock on. Okay. So, the ABS are full. We are just going to upgrade. Straight upgrade. I'm not going to invest a lot into this dagger since we have a new weapon. Dagger +1. Anytime you upgrade it, it'll just become +1. When you upgrade a weapon, no matter what, or when you upgrade a weapon, anything in these two slates will become permanent, and you will get these two slates back. So it'll permanently upgrade. When you put something into slate, its effects become immediate. So if you place let me show you. So placing the stone in here gives me the +3 stone. But if I leave it in there when I upgrade, anything in these two slots will automatically will disappear from the slate, and its effects will become permanent. But also when you upgrade, attack, endurance, speed, and MP will all be upgraded by 1 until it's max. The max of each stat varies by the weapon, but I'm pretty sure the speed is always going to be 99. WHP will upgrade too, which is nice. It upgrades by whatever the amount it upgrades by is dependent on the weapon. Gone. Okay. We get attack +1, which is really nice. I'm going to save that for my Shamshir as well. Can't believe we got 2 attachments already. And a weapon. Alright. Let's go this way. Alright. Any monsters? No, this is a nice room. I like this room. So we have a banana. Bananas will... They have a secondary effect, but it restores your health. It makes you feel thirsty. It It won't reset your thirst meter to empty, but it'll take away a lot of your thirst. Thirst is also upgradable as you go along. You get trees. What we got in here? There we go. Every dungeon floor except for special floors will have 2 items in the chest. One will be a map, which will display the entire floor map. The maps are randomized for every floor. Kind of like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Wow. Okay. Just tangle myself up. You can see the difference, the shading difference in the map, where you have been, where you haven't. By the way, anytime you see an exclamation point like that, you just hit X. That's kind of like your action button. Get some river. Let's go grab that last little bit. This is your top speed for right now. There will be an item later. I've got to explain this. You see those little 3 pouches up above? Right here, active item. You can put items in there. And while they're in there, you use the D-pad to change between the 3 of them, and you can automatically use them without having to go in your bag. There is an item that lets you go faster that a lot of people keep up there. I believe automatic repair powder goes up there sometimes, which will restore your weapon's durability. Once it hits 0, it'll automatically restore it and won't let your weapon break. Some people you can put spell tags up there, which will keep certain statuses from happening. If you're wearing a curse amulet, I believe it's called, then it'll prevent you from ever getting cursed as long as it stays up there and doesn't break. And then you can also put like food and water up there. So we have another dasher. God, I'm getting to show everything in this first episode. So this thing right here. This has a variety of effects. Let's grab the magic crystal first. Make sure we didn't miss anything. Oh, there's 2 monsters over there. Great. This will have a variety of effects. But, like, until you get into the really late dungeons, if it's found in the first couple floors, it's always going to be stamina. But it can be good. Like, it can reduce your weapon's ABS to 0 or full. It can automatically restore your health, I believe. It can do a number of things. But since it's in the first floor of the first dungeon, it's going to be stamina. That pumps you with energy. That increases your attack and defense. And you just murk this thing. It says poisoned. But if I am correct, which I hope I am, we'll see when stamina wears off. Road. We completed everything, so we're going to go towards the end. Yes, stamina will cure every status. It'll override it, and when stamina's gone, you will be free. So, I am able to go and equip this Shamshir, if I really want to. But I'm going to keep the dagger for just a second. How much time are we at? We are at 42 minutes. Really want to make some more progress. Alright, so we're going to head to the dungeon, head to this door, and I think that's where we're going to leave off for the first episode. Open it with that. It will not put the Drance Crest in the actual thing, which kind of sucks. With that, X to go on, and that is where we are going to leave it. Really hope you guys are going to enjoy this series. I know I am already enjoying it. I am so hyped. I've been sitting here for an hour. What time is it? Yeah, I'm going to get out of here. Go work on the next episode. Try and solve this darkness issue. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and favorite. Can't wait to see